Hello, good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir.
I am your computer sir, Tej Vijay Kumar. Okay, already we discussed about the particular MS Office software. Okay, that is about Microsoft Word, about Microsoft Access, Excel, about Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, we had already discussed about those topics. After that, there is another software in MS Office, that is Microsoft Access. What is it? Microsoft Access. Today we will discuss about this software, Microsoft Access. Okay, this is very important software. Okay, this is used to as a database software. Database means what? Database means, okay, a storage unit. A storage unit means what? A database is a collection of files, okay, or the collection of records. File is a collection of records. Record is a collection of fields, like that. You have to, okay, uh, note that a particular database, a particular database is a collection of files. A file is a collection of records. A record is a particular row, okay, in a particular table, or a record is a collection of fields. A field is a collection of values, okay, like that. So what is a database? If we want to store the particular data, okay, of a college collectively, okay, all the information of a college, or all the information of a students, or all the information of classes, or all the information about an industry or a particular organization. So that data will be stored and maintained online, okay, very effectively, okay, using the database softwares like Microsoft Access. There are some more databases introduced by some more companies like Oracle. It is also a database. Fox Pro. It is also a database like that. So the database of Microsoft is Microsoft Access. So let us see that. Let us see about that. Microsoft Access is a powerful program to create and manage your databases. It has many built-in features to assist you in constructing and viewing your information. Already, I told that what is Microsoft Access, why we are using for storing data, for storing our data and information. That is for storing the data of a college. So already I told that, okay, database. You have to remember that database is a collection of files. Files, okay. A file is a collection of records. A record is a collection of fields. A field is a collection of bits or values or characters, okay, like that. So we can create our own database, or we can view our own database. Okay. After that, let us see the environment of Microsoft Access. Okay. The environment of okay, Microsoft Access. The window of Microsoft Access is appeared as seen in the particular PowerPoint. Just see. Okay. There is a name called database one, database, and the path is there. So there are some table tools. Okay. There is a title bar, and it contains minimize, maximize, close buttons. After that, there are menus or tabs like as in MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint. So the, the particular menus, okay, or tabs, the particular menus or tabs are here are, okay, the particular first file. file tab, after that home, after that create, after that external data, after that database tools, after that fields and table. So if we observe that okay, there is some options in every tab. Like if you take file, if you see file, the options are like okay, views like that. If you see home, okay, shortest like that, like that. By clicking on the particular by clicking on the particular tab. For suppose, if we click file, there are options like new, open, save as, like that. If we click fields, then there are some properties like name and caption, default value, field size, modified cups, like that. So okay, every menu or every tab contains some options, some group of options. So okay, here the default name for the particular the default extension for the whole database is .mdb. What is it? .mdb. MDB means what? Microsoft database. The extension of Microsoft Access is Microsoft database, MDB. So okay, I want to ask a question. Okay, what is the extension of MS Word? Tell me, anyone? What is the extension of MS Word software dot doc? What is the extension of okay, Excel software dot xls? What is the extension of PowerPoint software dot ppt? Like that, the computer can recognize which format okay we are giving. Okay, after the with the help of the extension, by giving the extension name. So if we give okay any name with the extension .mdb, okay, it knows, it understands. Okay, this is a database. The user gave the database. The user has given a database. So in this Microsoft Access database, the extension is .mdb, and there are some features. Microsoft database contains some features. Those are number one, table. What is it? Table. Okay. Okay. Number two, queries. Number three, forms. Okay. Number four, reports. Number five, macros. Number six, modules, like that. Okay. According to our syllabus, up to reports. Okay. We have to study. So, what is a table? At first, the first one is the first thing, the first feature of Microsoft Access is table. So, let us discuss about a table. What is a table? We already know that a table is a collection of rows and columns. Okay, in which software we understood this? Okay, in Excel. In Excel, we already seen that okay, there are rows and columns. The combination of row and column is known as a cell there. Okay, so here, just like in a MS Excel software, MS Excel is also a small database which is used for accounting purpose particularly. So here, Microsoft database is MS Access. It is used for storing okay, a large amount of data by giving fields and their data types. Okay, so here, if we want to create a table, we have to give a column name, just like S number. If we want to create a table for student, so where a student contains which type of fields? Student number. What type of fields? Student number, student name, class, date of birth. Okay, father name, attendance June, July, August, just like that. Marks, subject one, subject two, subject three, just like that. Total average. Okay, just like that. Okay, overall ranking. Okay, these fields are to be given while we are creating a student table. So, if we want to create a student table, okay, we have to give some fields like S number, S name, class, just like just take three fields. Okay, student number, student name, okay, class, and the fourth field also student number, admission number, student name, class. Okay, for suppose if you want to create a table, okay, by default the particular table option will be displayed, and the features will be displayed. Among them, if we want to click if we want to create a table, we have to click on the particular table option. Then just look at that, at the right side of the pan. Okay, at the right side pan, okay, there is a name called table one and the id called, okay, id is there. And if you want to create a table name, then we have to give, okay, that particular table name here, okay, in the cell, just let's see the next points. What are the points are there? Just see here, already we told database, okay, file. Okay, in databases there are files. So collectively known as database file. This is your main file that encompasses the entire database and that is saved to your hard drive or floppy disk. Okay, if we create a particular table or a particular database file, that database file will be stored in which location? In our computer's hard disk or floppy disk or CD disk or DVD disk, just like that. Then what is a table? In database there are tables. Okay, table is a collection of data about a specific topic. About a specific topic. Collection of data. If we take a particular table as a table's name as student, so we have to create data for the particular student. So the fields like student number, student name, class, okay, have are to be created. So these are the collection of data, and the particular one is the specific topic. Student name is a specific topic. After that, what is a field? Fields are the different categories within a table. Tables usually contain multiple fields. So we already know about fields: student number, student name, class, just like that. Admission number, just like that. These are known as fields. These are also known as column names. What are they? Okay, columns. Next, what is meant by data type? Data type means what? If we give any data, okay, we know that particular data belongs to uh, either number or character or symbol. Okay, we already know about that. But the computer is a machine. Okay, it has no IQ, intelligent quotient. It has no self knowledge. So we have to tell, okay, about the particular fields we are giving to the particular table. So we have to mention the type of the data, which type of we are giving to the particular computer, and what data we are giving. Okay, okay, these two things should be known to the particular computer. So there should be some primitive data types, some data types, some data type names. Like if we are giving any textual matter or words or strings, then they can be comes under okay, text data type. If we are giving a numbers, just like a student number, admission number, hall ticket number, door number, like that, okay, or marks total, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, total average, like that, we have to put these fields under number data type. So understand that. After that, what is a value? Value means, okay, we are giving the particular values or attributes, like just see that if there is a field as a student number, we have to give the particular value 1. So there are in a section in a particular classroom, there are if there are 10 students, so we have to give the student numbers, we have to give their student names, we have to give their particular all characteristics, all features, like class, number, admission number, okay, subject 1 mark, subject 2 mark, subject 3 marks, so daily attendance, okay, after that monthly ranking, like that. So these are the values. For student number, the values are like 1, 2, 3, just like that. For student name, we have to give the names Raju, Ramu, Shyamu, just like that. Okay, understand that. So these are very important key points while we are discussing about MS Access, database file, table, field, data type, okay, and value. Okay, value. These are the terminologies used. Okay, while creating a particular database. After that, okay, how to create a new and open an existing database. How to create a new database and an existing database. So just see the picture given the right side of your document or PowerPoint document. So just see the options. There are options. The title bar contains Microsoft Access as name, and after that there is uh, particular name. Create a new dialog, a new database using. Okay, create a new database using. Okay, so in that what is there are two options. The number one is a blank access database. Number two is okay, access database wizards, pages and projects. Okay, in that particular a particular dialog box. Okay, the first one is represented by a circle that is known as radio button or selection button or option button. So the second button is also known as radio button, selection button or option button. So we have to select okay a single option among them. Okay, okay, at once. So we have to select okay one of them. So if we want to create a blank database, we have to select a blank access database option. If we want to create a access database, okay, using wizard, page, pages and projects, we have to select the second option. So what is the difference between them, between both of them? The first one creates okay blank access database. So we have to create on our depending on our own requirement. So we have to create that manually. So if we want to create a table, we have to give the name. We have to give the particular column name or field name, and we have to give the data type. But in the second option type, okay, there is a wizard. So there is a procedure, there is a theme, okay, there is a way, there is a ready-made procedure, there is a ready-made procedure. So using this ready-made procedure, okay, uh, the database will be created in a much easier manner, much easier manner. So these two options are for creating database. The next one is the observe the just watch the second one. There is there is an option called open an existing file. Open an existing file. So what it means? The already created file will be open. If we want to open the already created file, already created database file, then we have to choose which file, which database file we need. So for that purpose, for doing this, we have to select this option. So for the already created database files, we have to choose this option. This option. Unless there is no database, if there is no database in MS Access, we have to we want to create a fresh database. Then the above two options. Okay. will be used, either or case, in either or case. So we can create a blank database, or we can create the database using wizard or pages or projects, like that. So that is the difference between the two two options. Okay, next, the white box shows the white box shows more database files. Among them, we may select anyone from them. We can select anyone from them. Okay. Otherwise, we can choose the previously created database by us. Okay. Next, create a database using the database wizard. So, what is a wizard? Okay, and why it is useful for creating a database? Just watch them once. Next, when Microsoft Access first starts up, a dialog box is automatically displayed with options to create a new database or open an existing one. If this dialog box is displayed, click Access Database Wizards, Pages, Projects, and then click OK. Or you can click New Database on the toolbar. So there will be a dialog box when we are going into MS Access software at first. So there will be a dialog box open. Dialog box is nothing but a box contains some options. So in that dialog box, okay, there will be appeared options like Access Database Wizards, Pages, and Projects. So select those options and click on OK. Or we can click New Database also on the toolbar. After that, the second option is on the Databases tab. Double click the icon for the kind of database you want to create. Which type of database we have to create? That is okay, for students or for employees, for industry or for organizations, okay, or for our college. So which type of collection of files will be stored, okay, in a database? So which type of database files you are creating, we have to tell that on the databases tab. Okay, or we can specify the name and location for the database. Okay, so the data has to be saved in any drive like H drive or F drive. Okay, like that. So click create to start defining your new database. So we have to click on the option create for giving the fields and giving the particular data types, or the using the ready-made themes. Okay, it is much easier. Okay, to create a database. Next, the next one is creating a database without using a database wizard. This is manual process. So ourselves only we can create the particular database in this phase. So there is no help of any tips or wizard. So for creating without using a wizard, okay, what we have to do is the first point is when Microsoft Access first starts up, a dialog box is automatically displayed with options to create a new database or open an existing one. Okay, so when we go to enter into Microsoft Access database, okay, then it asks, okay, create a database, okay, or open an existing database. Already we have just seen that a particular difference in between creating databases and open the existing one. Okay, so if this dialog box is displayed, click blank access database and click OK. So we are not using the wizard. We are not taking any help of wizard here. So without the help of wizard, we have to create ourselves. Okay, we have to make the database. Okay, ourselves manually. So we have to select blank X database, and we have to click on OK button. After that, if you have already opened a database or closed the dialog box that displays when Microsoft Access starts up, click New Database on the toolbar and then double click the blank database icon on the general tab. So in normal way, okay, uh, already we created a database and we have to create we want to create another new database. Then we have to click on blank database from the new database toolbar. So we have to double click on the particular blank database icon, okay, on the general tab. Okay, after that we have to give a name to that particular database by creating. Just see here we are creating. We created the particular student database table. So we give the name student records. Okay, we give the name student records for the particular database. In that particular database, once that the name was given to the particular database, there are some features will be appeared. Those are tables, queries, forms, reports, pages, macros, modules. Okay, these are the features. These are the features or components of MX axis. Again, I am repeating. The features of MX axis are tables, queries, forms, reports, macros, okay, macros, modules. Just wait. Okay, why after creating the particular database, it contains some features or components. Okay, those are tables. So if we create table in a design view, or if we want to create a table using view or using wizard or by entering data, there are three options available. Just see them. So while we are clicking on the tables option, there will be appeared three options. Those are: number one, create table in design view. Number two, create table by wizard. Number three, create table by entering data. These three options will be appeared. These three options will be appear. Okay, so we may create the table using design view. We may create the table using wizard. We may create the table by entering data manually. So that is the difference. Okay, in design view we have to design, we have to make our own themes and our own fields like that. If we want to create a table using wizard, then there is a ready-made process. Okay, there is a ready-made project, there is a ready-made process, there is a ready-made programs available. So using them we can create our table very easily. Okay, after that, create table by entering data. So while creating our table, we have to give the particular needed information or necessary information. For those fields, we are we are created for that table. So just see the next point: tables. What are tables? A table is a collection of data about a specific topic, such as students or contacts. Using a separate table for each topic means that you store that data only once, which makes your database more efficient and reduce data entry errors. So tables are nothing but okay, combination of rows and columns. We already know that, and a table is a collection of data. Okay, describing about a particular thing, that is about a student or about a college or about an industry or about an employee, like that. So we can create many tables. Okay, if we create many tables, that means we are giving information. Okay, we are giving information distinctly. We are giving information separately. So Okay, this causes errors. This causes this reduces the data entry errors. After that, okay, tables organize data into columns. Those are known as fields, and rows. Those are known as records. Already we told that. After that, just to see the student records table. Okay, each field in the student records table contains the same type of information for every student, such as student's social security number. Okay, social security hash. This is an example of a column. Just see the okay, here there is created a table. They created a table for student records. So in this table the column names are social security number, first name, last name, birth date, address, city. These are known as fields or columns. Are you understand? Do you understand that? Okay, are you following my lesson? So there are options like okay, social security number, first name, last name, birth date, address, city are known as columns, and also okay, these are also known as fields. Okay, so every column name contains multiple values. So the total information, okay, of a particular candidate will be available through horizontal line only. That is row only. That is record only. From record only. So just like just to see that the first record. So the horizontal part is known as records or rows. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is the first candidate's social security number. Todd. First name is Todd. Last name is Jones. Birth date is 1178. Address is something. City is something. So, this is the total information of Todd. This is the total information of Todd Jones. So, if you take this particular row, it gives the total information about Todd Jones candidate. The candidate, the student, Todd Jones. After that, if you take Stacy, if you take Stacy, okay, the social security number here is 9685854471. So, using that number, the particular information in that particular row will be executed. So, using the particular row or record only, the total information about a candidate will be displayed or will be retrieved or will be executed. Just I will ask a question: is there any repeated field occurred in admission number, in student number or social security number? Is there any repeated field? You have Aadhaar cards. You have Aadhaar cards. Okay, one person's Aadhaar card. Okay, is one person's Aadhaar card number. Okay, is available in another person's Aadhaar card number. Is it true? Okay, the particular number, the particular Aadhaar number of a particular candidate is unique, individual. The particular person only contains the particular Aadhaar number. Another person contains another Aadhaar number, and another one contains another Aadhaar number. So here the particular numbers are unique. Unique means atomic. Atomic means okay. He contains only or it contains only the unique number, the atomic value, the single number. So once one person's number, okay, is not duplicated to is not assigned to another person. Okay, so the numbers are unique, but the names are unique or not. If for suppose in our class, how many candidates with the same name like Sai? There are two or more or three or more like that. Okay, how many of you have names like Prasad. Prasad is a repeated name. Maximum persons contain Prasad. How many of you have names like Satyanarayana? So some of the persons, if you take the measure, if you take the class strength as 100, okay, at least 5 members, at least 5 members contain the same name like Satyanarayana, Prasadu, okay, like that, Srinu, like that. So the names are repeated. So if you want to retrieve the data, okay, of a particular candidate, you have to use the particular social security number, the particular admission number, or the particular student number, like that. Using them only, the particular candidates data will be retrieved. If you take a class of strength 100, then there are names, the persons, the students names like Sai are 5 persons. So if I take if I want to retrieve the data of Sai using the student name, using the student name, then all the information of 5 candidates Sai will be displayed. This is the this is very confused. So if I want to retrieve the data, okay, of a person called Sai having the student number 5, then I have to, okay, retrieve that data using his student number or admission number or hall ticket number or Aadhaar number or social security number. Then only that particular person's information will be retrieved uniquely. So this is all about okay, the tables today. Today I want to end this topic. I want to end this lesson. Okay, I will continue this lesson in the next class, that is tomorrow. Not tomorrow, that is on Monday. So, so okay, regularly study the topics which I put into the Google Meet app and in your WhatsApp group. I will put everything in your WhatsApp group. So be careful. So be prepared. Okay, prepare well for your exams and the later classes. Okay, uh, is it enough now? Is it enough now? So enough. I will take the class. Okay, uh, Monday, on Monday. Okay, on Monday. Okay, thank you, one and all. Good.